And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Good job. Too easy, too easy.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Goff on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Osweiler on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Osweiler. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Big series right here. We got to step it up. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Room past the 20. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, L.A. Strike quickly here for 6 points. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 78 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, there's the action going left. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And New York set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Detroit! Gone! Over! Gone!
This time Osweiler will throw. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Trucks through it.
Oh, man, right through it.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Whirling.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Just beating the play clock is gone. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. New York set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Detroit!
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Hey, gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st and 10, Goff throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
On 1st down, they're going option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, a 22.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Goff now closing in on a 200-yard 1st half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Here's gone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Wood. Add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. So we reach an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Right, he'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Play action. Now Osweiler. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Osweiler. Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
3rd and long. It's Osweiler. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Able to slither by. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. But now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Osweiler. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Osweiler to Barkley on the check down. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Osweiler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
On 3rd and 1, Osweiler. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by John. Back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll start out here with the option left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, hold it and got good yardage himself.
Now the dual threat man. This is DJ Foster. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st down, it's gone. Looking middle, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
Super 66.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're running with Gurley. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Jordan Evans in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
3-19! 3-19!
Now Osweiler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of them.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Osweiler. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute.
Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler going up top. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And no measurement needed. It was 4th and 5. Give them 5 yards. 1st down.
I know they were excited about the possibility of getting in and blocking a kick, and sometimes you get too amped up and create a penalty, and that gave them a 1st down.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
All right. Come on out. Yeah, keep third. Listen up. 120.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Let's go. What? 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Detroit!
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Detroit! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game, and boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Gun! Check 26, check 26. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. It's Osweiler again. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. Past the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Los Angeles, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.